14 minutes.
Thank you very much. Good evening to everyone. I would like to thank also the organizing, also the scientific committee that invited me. I'll try to be in my time because time is precious for all of us. So before I start to my speaking, I would like to see these pictures. Look on this screen, you have our brain in exercise and without exercise. And look here, our brain after sitting quietly and after only 20 minutes of work. You can notice the immediately and how is the differences. And the next one, you can see the effects of just walking. We start from where? From the brain, step by step, arrives to our whole body. So let's talk about the therapeutic exercise. According to all of these organizations, like the European Physiotherapy Guideline for Parkinson's Disease, the Association for Physiotherapists in Parkinson's Disease Europe, the European Parkinson's Disease Association, the European region of the World Confederation for Physical Therapy, and of course the exercises medicine that I have be honorable to be member here in Greece. That we can see it's the general recommendation and should meet or exceed the following, and about is the mild or moderate Parkinson's disease. So what about the aerobic activity? We can improve cardiovascular fitness, balance, and coordination. We use the fit, frequency, intensity, type, and time. So what about frequency? 3-4 times a week for at least 12 weeks. The intensity must be 50 to 63% of the maximum heart rate. The type, walking, vigorous gardening, or housework such mapping or vacuuming, dancing. For that we speak about home improvement. And of course, we have to start about 5 to 10 minutes for each day. Gradually, we can build up to 30 minutes over the day. What about the tips and the caution? We have to tell to our patients, start slowly, gradually decrease your time and effort. If walking for exercise, try use walking or hiking poles to help with balance. Cycling classes for those with Parkinson's disease has shown good, real good results. And particularly when you are coached or forced to pedal fast. Warm up and cool down. That they have not forgot at all. At an easy pace for 5 to 10 minutes before and after exercises. It's important to warm up and cool down. What about the strength training? It can help improve muscle strength, which can help with mobility and balance. The frequency must be 2 to 3 days per week, but we need a rest day between for at least 12 weeks. Intensity start with easy effort and gradually build up to medium to hard effort. The type, resistant bands, weight machines, or its whole body. For example, sit to stance or squats at the kitchen garden. 8 to 12 repetitions to start for each major muscle group and start with 1 set, build up to 3 sets. Also here we give various tips and caution to be safe and injury-free. They must focus on the muscle of your back, butt, and hips to help you stand up straighter. Muscle soreness may mean you did too much, but it will go away. Build up slowly. Doing strength training exercises on a soft surface, balance pad, or this can help your balance, but have someone nearly if you need it. The Parkinson's disease patients needs flexibility. So that exercise can help improve range of motion and reduce stiffness and help with balance and coordination. The frequency must be 2 to 3 times a week, but at least 12 weeks. The intensity, gently move their joints around as much as they can, not more, because the pain is not a good help for them. And using large exaggerate movements, stretching to the point of feeling muscle tense and hold. The range of motion, exercise and stretching. What about 10 repetition active range of motion exercise for the affected joints? Holding static stretches for 10 to 30 seconds, and you have to repeat 2 to 4 times. About the balance and coordination, exercises can help reduce the risk of falls and improve mobility. The frequency also 2 to 3 days a week or daily for at least 12 weeks. The intensity must be moderate. You have to teach special techniques for different stages of the Parkinson's disease of our patient, and at least we need 30 minutes. Let's try to answer why therapeutic home exercise for Parkinson's disease allows individuals to maintain their independence and privacy, provides the flexibility to exercise at their own pace and on their own schedule, rather than having to adhere to set class times or travel to a facility. It may be less expensive and more convenient than traveling to a supervised exercise center, and can be designed to incorporate daily activity routine, make it easier to incorporate physical activity into daily life and helping to ensure that exercise become a constant habit. However, it's important to consult a physiotherapist to develop a safe and effective exercise plan and to have regular check-ins to monitor progress and make any necessary adjustments. So, on 2019, Alison Flynn and the collaborators tell us that home-based prescribed exercise improve balance-related activities and gain speed in people with Parkinson's disease. And these improvements are similar to improvements with equivalent center-based exercise. So we have also the scientific approach. What we have to tell to our patients: start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. That is important. Some tips to our patient. My dear patient, when you learn a new exercise skill, it helps you how you move and think. There is not one best exercise. You should combine aerobic strength and skills-based exercise to maximize benefits. Doing a variety of exercise as well as passing yourself to get better at the exercise you do helps your brain cells grow new connections, resulting in learning. And exercise is a lifelong commitment that our patients have to remember. It's not something for 1 day, 2 days. It's a lifelong commitment. Most of people, as we know, with the Parkinson's disease, have time of a day that their symptoms are less. So this can change from day to day, but we have to tell them, choose a time to exercise when you are at your best. Find activities you enjoy. Make sure that they are safe based on challenges that your Parkinson's disease symptoms present at this time. And if you are sad or anxious, consider a mind-body activity to help reduce anxiety, depression, and improve how you are feeling about life. If you have problems solving or being understood, seek the help of a speech-language pathologist. You see, I use a glass of water, so I don't need a speech-language pathologist at this time. Your voice and face will respond to movement training. And when doing exercise, focus on your movement in the now. Do not jump ahead to the next step. It's usual that that patient makes, imaginary of course, one step after. They have concentrate at now, and of course to cut out the distractions. We have 4 phases of intervention. The physiotherapist can create a plan to work on the specific physical patient's need. The phase 1 we call pre-rehabilitation. It's like prevention. In this stage, we work on a problem before experiencing symptoms. An exercise program must be evaluated even there are not noticeable movement difficulties. The phase 2 is the rehabilitation. At this point, we notice symptoms. The exercise program continue. We learn them how to walk better, get up from bed or a chair, get out of a freezing episode, and improve posture. The phase 3 is the preservation. We do our best to make sure that they do not lose what they have and must stay active and join group class, get physical and social, and of course to have fun. If they have not fun, no, it's not any results that we can have for a long time. The fourth phase is the prevention. The stage come full cycle. The exercise program must continue, and they have to learn about home modification, partner training, and ways to stay strong. Before we demonstrate some easy exercises at their home, I think that it's better to give some useful tips like sits in a stable chair with a straight back, feet resting on the floor. Keeps the body uprighting through the exercise and remembers to breathe throughout the exercise. Not only the the Parkinson disease patients have this characteristic, but I think a lot of patients and non-patients, they do not remember to breathe during the exercises. So about the neck turns, you can see here, they rest in their chin and their chest, turns hand to look over the shoulder as much as possible, holds this position for 5 seconds, repeat on other side. About the shoulders, you see here, they place hands in front of the chest, pull the elbows back, pressing the shoulder blades together, and avoid shrinking. About the forearm movements, place hand on knees with palms down and turns hand with palms up and increase the speed of the exercise. The prayer, the palms are pressed together, maintaining full contact from the waist to the fingertips, keeping the fingers up the elbows and raised to the side. This position maintained for 20 seconds. Foot stressing, rolls or a soda can or other similar object along the treat. Whenever they have in their home, it moves slowly from the heel to the toes and returns. The knee bends, legs slightly apart, shoulder right. The shoulder must be like the legs like the width of the shoulder. They bend their knees slightly, keeps their weight on the heels and make sure that the entire foot is always on the floor. They stretch their knees slowly, avoids leaning forward. About the lifting of the toes and the feet, in these pictures here, the legs, it's the same place, stand-ups of the tip toes, lighten heels on the floor and reset the original position. They find a corner to their home. So they stand facing in this corner and placing the hand on each wall like that. They lean forward into the corner, maintain a contact with the soles with the floor like that, and they stay in this position for 20 seconds. In this position, they lay face down, they lift the chest up, leaning on the elbows, and they maintain this position counting to 20. Progressively, they rest on the palms, extend arms to lift chest up by increasing lordosis. And the same position, bend the knee, bring the heel toward the buttock, and hold the stretch for a while when they slowly return to leg the floor. What about walking? You see, walking is an independent risk factor for mortality. Has the impressive odds radio 16.3. It's too much. So they must take as long steps as possible, hitting the ground with the heel of each step. Long strides help lift the legs higher and reduce ranks. Keep the feet about 50 centimeters apart and the shoulder in the same vertical plane as the pelvis. The eyes should look forward and not down, never down. To be aware of swing of their arms when they walk to encourage this practice during walking. They have to go. Objects in both hands while walking. The freedom in one hand is very important for good balance. They always must have one hand free and out of their pocket. They have to choose shoulder straps over handles to carry bags and raise legs for turning corners and do not make sharp turns. Avoid high heels, crepe soles, loose fighting shoes, and outdoor slipper. And they have to choose smooth or hard soles. That is important for freezing now. Freezing is usually caused by visual stimuli such as change in the floor shapes when each one seems the elevator doors closer and when the person moves in a small space or narrow corridors. So that episode stop automatically, but require additional time and passion to overcome. A lot of times the medication cannot resolve all these problems, so we have to learn some coping strategies. Techniques with the help of imagination. For example, trying to run over imaginary obstacles or lines the floor, to shift the focus on the eyes from the floor to a distant point in front, to walk with a free height in a rhythmic step or to make a mark, and rhythmic lateral handshake to reverse the forward fixation process. It's necessary that they relax and do not rush when they are stuck. We should not pull them forward or tell them, hurry up. Never, never. So let's check, all of us, we tell that we have not time for exercise. It's true. No, not at all. In 2019, the Sturm and collaborators, they can find lack of free time is not responsible for low levels of leisure time physical activity at the population level. The Americans average more than 5 hours of free time per day. No subgroup reported having less than 4.5 hours. Men had more free time and spent more of leisure time physical activity too, that women did. Thank you for your attention. For more detailed information, do not hesitate to contact me at my personal email address that you see. Thank you for another.